Hello good people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, what's up, what it is, what it do. So today's video is going to be the first series of Are You Cooking or Nah? So on today's episode of Are You Cooking or Nah, we're going to be making some habanero hot sauce. So I'm going to show you how I clean my peppers and blend them and then prepare the sauce. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm starting out with the clean sink. I already cleaned it. Now I'm going to start rinsing first. I'm gonna turn on some hot water first. And a little bit of cold. You want it like room temperature that you want to get the water to. So I have 4 jalapeños. So I'm going to start by rinsing them off first. You want to take off any dirt like you see on this one, some dirt that's there. You want to get all that off. Okay. I have some Serrano peppers. I have 10 Serrano peppers. Do the same thing, clean those off. Make sure there's no dirt on them. Then the star of the show, habaneros. So we're making a habanero hot sauce. Now, where I go to get my peppers is called Compare Foods. They have really good fresh vegetables. I normally get Scotch bonnet peppers from there, but they didn't have any this time, but I'm almost low on my other batch that I made, so I wanted to try this out. So this will be the first time I'm trying it with just the habaneros like this. Normally I would mix them with the Scotch bonnet peppers. So this is a recipe for your my spicy lovers out there. A nice way to make your own hot sauce. So, and I really like spicy food, so I like a lot of habanero or peppers, Scotch bonnet, habanero, whichever one, or both. I like a lot. Now, if you never shopped at Compare Foods, if you have one in your hometown, I would say definitely go there for your fresh vegetables. It's like really like an international store. You know, they always have the fresh meats and vegetables and stuff like that. Like you can tell they're coming from somebody's farm, not just like manufactured. But yeah. This one's so good. I'm just gonna toss that one. All right, so now that we have rinsed our peppers, about to give them another cleanse to take any more dirt off of them. Now, I'm just separating them so they can all be in their own little corner. I'm gonna cool down the water a little bit more. All right, so now I'm gonna take my stopper, stop up the sink, taking some apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna pour some of that in here. Now I use just a little bit like that, because it's concentrated. So okay, then I would let that soak for 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes 30 minutes, depending on what I'm doing, but this time I'm just gonna soak them for about 15 minutes because they not really that dirty. So they cleaned these pretty good before putting them out. But so I'm gonna come back when I have them out of the water and on the cutting board. All right, we are back to the cutting board. I got the jalapenos, some garlic, serrano peppers, the habanero peppers. I'll be putting them in this cup. All right, this is what goes to my NutriBillet. I have 26 cloves of garlic. Now, I really like garlic, so, you know, when a recipe calls for it, I have no problem with adding a lot. So I start by, I actually bought these, usually I buy the ones that you got to break apart and do all the work. This time, trying a brand for the first time, we'll see how they like them. Their garlic, yeah, so going with this, we're gonna see what happens. But they still have the stems on them, so I'm gonna cut this part off like that, throw it to the side, smash them, put them in there. And I want to do that to all of the garlic. Alright, so I'm done with that. Let's toss this. Okay, now I'm gonna move to the jalapenos. They can be roughly chopped. It doesn't even have to be perfect because it's gonna get blended up anyway. I usually keep my seeds in because I love the spice. So normally I would also take some of the seeds to plant, but I already took plenty the last time I made some hot sauce. So that's why I'm not really doing it here. And I have plenty habanero, jalapeno, and serrano peppers, which in my next video, stay tuned. I'm gonna be showing you how I start my garden. Stay tuned for that. I'll show you all the materials I need. Now I did have a garden, but I went out of town and it took a rough hit. So I'm starting another one. And now that I know what to do, I've seen my mistakes, I would like to share it with you all so you can get inspired to start your garden. Because soon I will be making my own peppers and my own hot sauce with my own peppers that I grew. That's the goal. So stay tuned for that. Okay, now onto the serrano peppers. So here's NutriBullet. I start off with not putting anything in it. If I can get it on, there we go. So just lock it in. Got. Now I'm going to continue to add to it. right. Lastly, to the habanero. This time around, I'm gonna add a little vinegar. Going in with some distilled white vinegar, just a dab. With y'all, it smells so good already. When you add that vinegar, it's like it brings out all the flavors. The blending. This is what you have. I want to taste it. Woo! That's spicy. All right, we're starting back here at the pot. Now, I've heated it up. I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar in there. Just a little bit. Now I'm gonna season the vinegar a little bit, going in with some garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of turmeric, and some pink Himalayan salt. Now that this is to a boil, we're gonna mix that in. Going in with our mixed peppers. Now, if I wanted this to be orange, all I had to do was add some orange bell peppers and stuff like that, but color isn't that big for me. It's just a taste. So this right here is pretty darn good. I tasted it before the salt and it's at the right amount of heat that I like. So to get the rest of this, I'm gonna pour a little bit more vinegar, shake up the top, put about that much in it. Just gonna stir that in. Now, if you like a thick consistency like this, you can keep it like this. If not, just add some more vinegar. I want this a little thin. Take this foam off. Let that simmer, and I'll be back when it's almost done. So I have turned the pepper down to a simmer. So on low, I have it on like 1. So I'm gonna let that simmer a little bit. Then I'll turn it off and let it cool. Now I've placed the top on the hot sauce, and I had it simmering for a while, and then I eventually turned it off. And so this is what it's looking like. Making a mess. It's looking like this. Nice consistency, tastes really good, very flavorful. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna let it cool down, and I'll be back when it's time to bottle. So this is the finished product. Just shake it up, and you can put it on whatever you like. So thank you for watching and tuning in and checking out this recipe. Comment down below any recipes that you would like for me to try out, and see you next time.